This homemade Nutella uses only a few ingredients and no palm oil. And because the ratio of hazelnuts to chocolate is higher, the flavor is elevated from what you're used to in the jar. It's really simple to make, so let me show you how.
Preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't matter if fan is on or off for this recipe. Let's start by roasting 280 grams or 2 cups of whole hazelnuts. Mine still have their skins on, but if you can find them with the skins off, that makes this a lot easier. I'm roasting mine in the oven, but you could even do this in a frying pan. These will need to toast for 10 to 12 minutes or until you can start smelling the nutty oils coming off of the hazelnuts. Keep an eye on it, you don't want to burn them. Let these cool for a minute or two in the pan. Pour your hazelnuts onto a non-fluffy tea towel. We don't want fluff in our Nutella. Then fold up the edges of the tea towel and we're going to rub the nuts together so that the skins come off. You want to do this while the nuts are still pretty hot because it will allow the skins to remove more easily. You want to remove as much of the skins as possible because those skins will make your Nutella a little bit gritty. It's fine if not every bit of skin has been removed, but we want most of it gone. You can see here there are a few that still have some of their skins on. Carefully separate your hazelnuts from the loose skins and add them to whatever you're using to blend it up. I'm using my food processor, but you could use a high-powered blender for this. I wouldn't recommend any inexpensive or low-quality immersion blenders or regular blenders because it just won't cream the nuts enough to get them really smooth. You can see here, I'm just giving them a little rub in my hands because a few more of those skins have come off. I'm using the small bowl of my food processor because it means there's less room for the nuts to fly around and it's more likely they'll get creamy quicker. We don't want lumpy Nutella. Our hazelnuts are looking pretty mealy right now, and I do like to scrape down the sides of the bowl a few times in this process. This will really help it incorporate into a nice, smooth nut butter. Look how lovely and creamy that is. Add in 60 grams, half a cup of icing or powdered sugar. You could use coconut sugar if you want to cut down on the glycemic index. I find this Nutella isn't very sweet, so if you do want to boost up the sweetness, you could add in a little more sugar, but you may need to balance it out with a tiny bit more oil to get that creamy consistency. 25 grams, a quarter cup of cocoa or cacao. I'm using unsweetened, that's really important. If you want to make your Nutella even more rich, you could add in a quarter cup or 45 grams of melted dark chocolate. This will definitely cause it to set up in the fridge, so do be warned, but it does give you a really decadent Nutella. 4 grams, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 30 grams, 2 tablespoons of coconut or another neutral oil. This helps to keep it creamy. And a good pinch of salt, about a quarter teaspoon or 1 gram. Don't skip the salt in this recipe. It really helps to balance the flavors. What I love about this recipe is I don't have to sift my powdered sugar or my cocoa powder. The food processor does it all for me.
And there is your delicious homemade Nutella.
You can store this for 1 to 2 weeks in a dark pantry in a sealed container. Otherwise, store it in your fridge for up to 1 month. But note that if it's in your fridge, the oils might separate and you'll have to give it a stir before using it. And it can become a little bit hard, so you may need to leave it out at room temperature for just a few hours to soften up. You could also freeze portions into ice cube trays and freeze this for up to 3 months, pull it out of the freezer the night before or even a few hours before you want to use it, and it will melt beautifully. This recipe yields around 300 milliliters or 1 1/4 cups of Nutella, but you could of course adjust the ratios of the recipe to fit what you need. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and let me know what you're putting your Nutella on. And if you're looking to upgrade your homemade condiment game, you have to try my mayonnaise recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.